Thank you for being here, Laptop Lifestyler. We are here to assist you in the pursuit of a more rewarding life by helping you achieve your goals and becoming the best version of yourself. Today's video has the potential to be our most essential video for you so far. Whether or not you're experiencing breakthroughs, you're not alone. We are all going through the same thing. We believe that these emotions are the outcome of poor self-care because you can improve the world unless you improve yourself. Let's focus on improving you. Buckle up because this is where aspiring billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. If you're new here, join the Laptop Lifestyle community by subscribing to the channel. Without further ado, let's start discussing the 11 things you need to know about yourself if you want to win in life. Number 1. Know what your core values are. You hear people talk about the significance of values. For example, employees should be hired on the basis of their core values. Or when you're looking for a spouse, look for someone who shares the same values as you. But do we really know what our core values are? Yes, it's easy to do a quick Google search to come up with a list of adjectives that we feel best describe us, like honest, trustworthy, hardworking, blah blah blah. We aren't going to let you off that easy. Think of your core values as traffic lights. Values serve as a kind of decision-making aid. These filters will be used for every choice you make in public and, more importantly, in private. It's important that you identify these values, as other people will impose their will on you, and there is pressure to meet the expectations of your families, friends, co-workers, and your lovers. There will be times when you will doubt yourself as a result of these external pressures, and it is your core values that will continue to guide you and inspire you during the valleys or dark moments that we all experience. Number 2. Identify your passion. Disclaimer: identifying your passion doesn't make you impervious to delays, stress, insecurity, or even failure. When you identify your passion, it gives you staying power. It gives you the ability to hold on when you don't see success right away. By not recognizing your passion, you are 10 times more likely to give up when the going gets tough. This is why it's so important that you find your passion. Don't confuse temporary excitement or interest for passion. These days, people are very flippant with the word love. Many people confuse lust or the newness of something as passion. It's not. Many people bounce from one thing to another seeking the high that comes from something new. That's not what identifying your passion is. In some cases, finding your passion doesn't happen until you actually commit to something long enough to see success. Number 3. What do you expect from your life? Do you have a clear idea of what you want out of life? Tell us exactly what you want. No holds barred. Play along with this game if you've got a few minutes to spare. What would your life look like if everything went your way? The older we get, the less we daydream. Daydreaming is an amazing gift that gets beaten out of us as adults. If money were no option for you, what would you do all day? We've all heard stories of multimillionaires who lost their sense purposes once money was no longer an issue. Reverse engineer your life. Start backwards with what it would be like after you've achieved your goals and dreams. What you put down may surprise you. Feel free to share your results in the comments section below. Number 4. Identify your strengths. Have you ever considered what your greatest assets may be? Did you ever watch the cartoon The Care Bears? Each bear had its own special power that they displayed on their furry little bellies. If you were a Care Bear, what would the superpower on your belly be? Write down 3 of your greatest strengths. Some strengths come easy while others have been developed over time. We've compiled a list of questions to assist you in discovering your own strengths. What was the most recent issue you were able to resolve? When did someone say anything kind about the way you handled something? What do your peers think you have to work for you? In what ways are you sought out by others? What skills or abilities do you possess that set you apart from the rest of your friends or peers? You should keep asking these types of questions until you can identify 3 of your greatest assets. Your greatest shot at attaining the life you dreamed about earlier is to identify these 3 things. Combine these strengths with your passion and wham! Now you've got the perfect formula that will surely help you achieve your goals. Number 5. What are your weaknesses? Everyone should be aware of their shortcomings or weaknesses. Don't allow your self-esteem to be distorted by your arrogance. Not one person who has accomplished anything of significance did it entirely by themselves. There was and will always be a supporting cast. As you did before, try and identify your 3 biggest weaknesses. Make a list of 3 things you're aware of about yourself. To help you with this list, we will ask you a few, though provoking questions. What kind of task do you find tedious? Do you have any particular reason for believing that? What activities are you unable to complete? What drains you the most and requires assistance from other people? What tasks keep you excited when they're done? Guess what we're going to suggest next. In order to succeed, you'll need to locate, recruit, or collaborate with individuals who excel in the areas outlined above. Don't invest the spare time you have attempting to fix your inadequacies in the real world. Instead, outsource your weaknesses and focus on your strengths. Why? It will take time, money, and effort for you to be good at these things, and good enough won't earn you the life you envisioned earlier. In addition to that, you aren't Atlas holding up the earth. It isn't your job to do all things. Number 6, you will have to make sacrifices. Everything has a price. It isn't always monetary. You are in a constant state of exchange. You donate, give away, or barter one thing for another thing. Quite often, it's money or time. This is called an opportunity cost. You live in a finite world and operate within a constrained budget and a limited amount of time. Every time you say yes to an opportunity, you are saying no to everything else you could be doing with your resources. That is a harsh reality. People who are immensely wealthy are known for leaving their families behind in the pursuit of greater money. Many individuals have sacrificed their health for pleasure, while others have sacrificed their money in order to get what they want. Even if you're not quite there yet, life will always urge you to make a sacrifice. Number 7, what makes you happy? If you were to describe your life in a single word, what would it be? Can you recall an event, location, circumstance, or even a specific moment in time where you were in complete bliss and utter happiness? Instead of focusing on surface level things, ask yourself why you were joyful at that time. What was going on inside of you that caused you to be happy? A happy existence is only possible for those who know what makes them happy. More and more, you realize that it was not the outfit you just bought that brought you joy. You were drawn in by the sensation it brought out of you. Being able to identify what makes you happy is a powerful tool as it provides you a target to aim at when you're feeling low. The biggest mistake you can make is not knowing how to control your inner thermostat, and by knowing precisely how to snap yourself out of a funk is a massive advantage over those who are unable to do so. Number 8. What environment works best for you? Your present environment is like your soil. The same seed might thrive in some places and starve in others. Achieving complete development requires this. Most individuals aren't aware of how much of an impact their surroundings have on their life. When it comes to controlling your surroundings, unlike a seed, you have the ability to do it. It is possible to either upgrade the present one or shift to a more productive area. Leaving the familiar may seem difficult or even dangerous at first, but if you look back at when you experienced the most growth, it most likely occurred in an environment in which you felt the most uncomfortable. Growth does not happen in your comfort zone or on the couch. Your environment isn't just a place, it is also the people you surround yourself with. Leaders of their industries hang around other leaders at their same level. You should do the same. Number 9. How do you overcome laziness? Truth be told, we are all battling apathy, complacency, or procrastination. When you put off the act of completing necessary tasks in favor of more enjoyable ones, you are being lazy or some variation of it. What do you do in these moments? One solution is to build momentum the moment you wake up. Listen to something motivational for the first 20 to 30 minutes of your day. When you barely wake up, your brain operates in delta waves and are more suggestive to whatever you feed it. Why not feed it with powerful and inspirational messages? Having a workout regimen is a key part of staying disciplined and motivated. It's hard to be lazy when you work out regularly. Yes, there are days when you are tired or you have a lackluster workout, but at least you finish what you started. Every time you overcome the little voices in your head that try to drag you down, you build a track record of overcoming laziness. Keep a journal or a calendar and mark off every day you work out. When you see how many days it's been, there is a sense of pride and satisfaction that spills on over into other areas of your life. As trite as it might sound, how you do some things is how you do everything. Number 10. How do you tolerate stress? At some point in your journey, things are going to go south. It isn't a question of if, but more when. It happens to all of us. Every successful person has to endure or go through the hailstorms of failure that separates the winners from the wannabes. How do you deal with the stress that comes with chasing a dream? Quite frankly, a couple of paragraphs won't do this topic justice, but for the sake of thought provocation, we will touch on it. Do you meditate or pray? Do you work out? What do you do to outlast the pain or stress? Some people read, listen, or watch motivational content during the day. Others seek professional help from therapists or mentors. Either way, it is important that you have a way to manage the stress you will encounter, as it can affect your success and, worse yet, your health. Develop a regimen that enables you to deal with it. Number 11. How you see yourself. There are 3 versions of you. There is number 1, the version that you think of yourself as. Number 2, the version that others think of you as. And number 3, the version that you think that other people think they think of you as. Let that sink in. Most people spend their time worrying about the 3rd version. In other words, you are more concerned with what you think people think of the imaginary version of you that exists. For just a moment, let's use some Doctor Strange magic on you and let's separate your body from your spirit. What others think about the version of you they think they know is none of your business. You have to become infinitely more concerned about what you think about yourself. What are the messages you send yourself on a daily basis? Do you have daily affirmations? It has been said that the most successful people in the world are also delusional, and to a certain degree that might be true, as they have all confessed to have to sell themselves every day on their talents, skills, abilities, and progress on their journey when no progress was even visible. Spend time proclaiming who you are and what you are to become as if it already existed. This is the most important version of you need to know and develop. We started this video discussing your ideal life. Everything you do moving forward should be in the pursuit of that goal. This isn't about creating a one-dimensional life. We aren't talking just about your finances. We are talking about a perfect life in balance with all your dreams and goals. Most people will read, watch, or listen to a list like this and do nothing. Sometimes it's due to negativity or laziness. Many times it's because it sounds like a daunting task. Here is our challenge for you. Pick one thing. Pick one thing on this list and work on it today. Just one. Work on it and practice it every day. What will happen is that as you master it, you will gain the confidence to master other strategies on this list. But you have to start with one. Now, Laptop Lifestyler, we have a favor to ask you. Share this video with someone else who needs to hear it right now. Click in the share button and send it to someone via email, text, chat, or share it on your social media page. We want to impact the world, and together we can. Let us know how this video impacted you. Comment below on what one thing you are going to start today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.